All right. Wow. This whiteboard is even clear. You can even see me. Hello. Um, I'm gonna focus on the three, or just talk about three things again, with the continuation of like the Spanish endings and the influence, for this one, and then we'll see where we go on from here. Let's get right into it. So the first one is the able ending. Okay, there are words in Cebuano that end in the able, able, and they are those words are very similar to the able endings in English. So able, you know, um, here are the examples. I wrote three. So comportable means comfortable or comfortable. Sorry, comfortable. My mom would always say comportable. So um, yeah, comfortable, comportable, because in Spanish, confortable is the word that was borrowed. Confortable, comportable in Cebuano, and yes, these do exist. So you feel free to use these Spanish words. They did enrich the Cebuano vocabulary. Miserable is miserable, miserable, and responsable, responsible, responsable, able. Remember the able endings, right? Because these are adjectives, they also can act like verbs in Cebuano, right? If you wanna ask if someone is comfortable, comportable ba ka, right? Miserable ka, or you can say mo miserable ka, you're gonna be miserable. Are you miserable? Or responsable siya if you're describing somebody, she's responsible or he's responsible. Responsable. The next one is the oso or osa, which in the Spanish ending oso osa is the one that corresponds to the English, the us ending, the us. It's like a little, I don't want, maybe it is kind of like a superlative, kind of us, kind of that. But you'll see the examples, right? The three that I wrote, right? Celoso, right? In Spanish, celoso or celosa, meaning jealous. It's from the word celos, in Spanish, celos, which means jealous. In Cebuano, the word jealous comes from the word celos from Spanish, which is also celos, right? Celos, because they don't have the interdental fricative, the th. So it gets changed to a s, right? That s, the sibilant s kind of thing. I could be wrong. But anyway, it's a celos, and then you get, from celos, you get celoso, which means jealous. Somebody is jealous, like describing somebody. The next one is curioso, means curious. This person is curious. These are describing somebody, right? Curioso, serioso. Somebody is serious, serioso. The I guess the osa exists as well. I'm just not sure if I've heard it enough for it to exist, but it probably does. That's why I put it there with an asterisk. Um, yeah, I guess you can describe someone as jealous, like a girl, celosas, like, yeah, I guess it'll work. Anyway, moving on. The last one is the ar endings, right? The ar. And this is, if you've studied Spanish, in Spanish there are ar endings for verbs, right? And we use them for the infinitive endings of verbs, meaning the to something form, to walk, to go, to see, to eat, to drink. Those are the infinitive endings, right? But in Spanish we have the ar, ir, and er. However, in Cebuano, when the language contacted happened, the AR verbs were the only ones that were taken. I'm not going to say all AR verbs, but the majority of them that were taken were AR verbs, not ERIR verbs. So that's why we have in Cebuano these time capsule verbs that still retain their infinitive ending and infinitive meaning in the borrowed Spanish, or from the Spanish, right? So they're borrowed Spanish words that retain their AR infinitive endings with the same meaning. And here are some examples, right? The first one is invitar, means to invite. Invitar. We can get invita from here, like, oh, invite, invitado, invited, right? Invitar, to invite. Obviously, like, there's an orthographic change because of the phonology that changed along with it. So in Spanish is invitar, but in Cebuano is invitar. That M, that nasal consonant changed to the bilabial the M. So the N from a nasal to a bilabial M. Invitar. Explicar means to explain. Explicar. And these words do exist again. Feel free to use these words. Explicar, to explain. And again, with the R, the Cebuano R, do not roll the R. I mean, do not, do not, you need to roll your R's, but do not put the whole American retroflexed R, the imbitar, don't do that. Or explicar, don't roll that, or don't curl that R, roll the R, if you get what I mean. You gotta roll it, right? The explicar, right? We want that R, that trilled R. There you go, the trilled R sound, not the curled R that we have in American English or Canadian. The rhotic R. There you go, that rhotic R. It's a trilled kind of R. Tocar, andar, explicar, those R. Right? Tocar means to take or to touch or to play, like tocar og medicina, to take, or tocar og tambal, to take your medicine, right? Tocar og gitara means to play the guitar. Tocar og gitara, tocar sa gitara, to play the guitar. Andar means to start up, to walk, to, well, not to walk, but to start up, for something to rev, like an engine. Rev. It's not the same in Spanish, right? In Spanish, andar means to walk, but andar means for something to start up, to rev, or to be in function, I guess, in a machine, mechanical way. All right. So again, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, like, subscribe, criticize, whatever, right? And this is gonna be first video after a long time. Wow.